Hello everybody, I am Plus, and we are here for another video with the 7th Snivy and Nintendo Steve AO.
Hello.
Hello.
How y'all doing?
Very well, thank you.
I wasn't talking to you, dumbass.
Oh, you
Anyway,
you really don't know how to treat someone's feelings.
oh, I don't. Anyway, hi guys. You remember our E3 video? We're back. Is no one there? Am I talking
We
to
are
myself?
back!
Oh, okay, good.
Someone walked into my room.
We went to E3.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, yes, I would love that.
All right. Anyway, let's get to what the video is called. We're
So,
we're talking about 3DS.
yeah, it's the best games for 3DS of 2013 in the span of 1 year.
If you can
Yes.
read the video
Happened this year.
title.
Our
Yes.
best of
Title.
2013, subtitle 3DS.
All right. If you want, I'll take charge of like what the games we'll discuss. If you want me to do that? That good?
Sure.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, the first game we're going to talk about, and we're going to try to be brief as much as we can. We're going to talk about first off, Mario and Luigi Dream Team for 3DS. So, who wants to go first?
Not me, because I haven't played it.
I haven't
Steve?
played it either yet.
Oh, me neither. This is great. What a great video.
We're so
Well,
good at reviewing.
As far as
Alright,
I
I think
know, the game got reviewed pretty well, but it wasn't a major title in terms of how like the fans react to it because it kind of died. I died after like the first week of it being out, and I haven't
yeah.
really like seen any major let's players do any let's plays of it.
Yeah, that's true. Like, I feel like the problem that happened to the game was that it got launched in a really weird date because like it got stuck right between I want to say it got stuck between Pokemon and Animal Crossing, and like those two are easily real big franchises. So like to have I heard it was an alright game. It was somewhat mediocre from what I've heard as well. So like to be stuck in between those two games to be launched in, like it didn't do that great in my opinion. But it might be an alright game.
Yeah. Steve.
Well, first of all, I still definitely do need to play it because I played other games in the Mario and Luigi series, and they were all very good in my opinion. I like the RPG style and such. And I can't really say much else because I don't know much about it because I didn't want to spoil it for myself, but hopefully I'll get to play it soon.
All right,
Okay.
that's good. All right, next game we will talk about is Sonic. Gotta go fast in Lost World.
Okay, so I haven't played Sonic Lost World for the 3DS, but I have played the Wii U version. And I like the Wii U version, but I'm not sure if they did a thing like what they did for Sonic Generations where there are no cutscenes really, and it's just more like text boxes and still images, which is a big disappointment. The level design was a lot different too, which was also disappointing. So I'm hoping it's not like that because I haven't seen any gameplay of the 3DS version.
Yeah, for me, they actually put on the eShop a free demo of Sonic Lost World for Wii U and 3DS, and I played the Wii U version. That was actually pretty good. I actually like that. The 3DS version sucks, to be blatantly honest. Like, it's really glitchy. There are still cutscenes in it, Hakeem, and it's basically the Wii U cutscenes, but like comprised to be like super small and really really bad. And like the game, it's just like really glitchy. I actually read, I think it was Kobana Money 456. He actually tweeted the other day. He said that the 3DS version of Lost World is like Sonic 06.
That's not good.
Yeah. So, Steve, your thoughts?
Well, I have played demos of both of them, and I definitely do agree that the 3DS version is bad compared to the Wii U version, or just in general. I don't think it's as glitchy as '06, personally, and this is
Oh,
coming
no,
from someone.
I'm not saying it was as glitchy, but I'm saying it was like pretty bad.
Okay, because I've actually played '06, and it sucked, but I've had so much fun playing the multiplayer mode with my brother and just, like, dying all the time, but anyway, enough of that. Anyway, this is 2 for 2 on games I haven't played so far, so I don't really have much else to say.
Well, it's probably going to be 3 for 3 because next up we got Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate.
Oh my god, it is 3 for 3.
Me too.
Yeah,
So,
Oh
me
my
3.
god!
Oh, me 3. Get it? Get it?
I get it.
we're like a DS.
Oh,
Oh,
all the funny.
See,
oh
I
god.
haven't played this game either. I don't even know anything about Monster Hunter series, so I'm gonna let you guys take this one.
I actually have one thing to say about it. I don't get the concept of the game at all, but apparently it's so good that Pro Jared named it the best game of 2013. That's it. I mean, granted, he's big, so like I'm sure his opinion it has some worth to it, but like I don't know. If you're into the Monster Hunter series, apparently it's a very good game, so check that out if you're really into it. I heard the Wii U version though was better than the 3DS, which seems to be a trend with all these games, which is kind of weird.
Like, 3DS has limitations that the Wii U doesn't have in
Yeah,
terms of power and resolution and just stuff like that.
mobility. Yeah.
For one, the Wii U is bigger.
Bigger is
Shut
always
up.
better.
If
You know what I'm saying.
Shut up. Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right. Is that all we're gonna say about Monster Hunter?
Well, yeah, you're forgetting me, huh?
Oh well. All right. Go ahead.
I actually don't really have much to say. It's just a game I'm looking forward to play because I heard really good things.
All right.
Go
Well,
on.
yeah. Like I said, if you're into the Monster Hunter series, definitely check it out. But for us, maybe not so much. Let's see. Next up, we have Donkey Kong Country Returns 3D.
I love
Oh my god,
Donkey
4
Kong
for
Country
4.
Returns. I still haven't played Returns 3D, but I'm hoping it's good. I heard it was like I didn't hear much about it actually, so I'm not sure like how well it was received. But then again, that's probably because it was just a remake, so there was nothing special to talk about that we hadn't already seen before, besides a couple of new level designs and things
Yeah.
like that.
Definitely. I mean, for me, I did play the 3D version a little bit, but I have the Wii version, so like honestly, it doesn't seem like much of a point to own the 3DS version if you don't own the Wii one. However, I have heard that the 3D version is actually one of the best ports of a game Nintendo has made in years. So like, if you actually have never played the game, then I would definitely recommend checking out the 3DS game because it's it's a solid platformer and that's always good. So, Steve.
Yeah, I've played the Wii version a bit, haven't played the 3DS version. The Wii version was good. Might get the 3DS version because it's my brother's copy that I played, so, And I definitely agree with the best port in a while, so.
Yeah. All right. So next game we're gonna do is a Mario Party Island Tour for the 3DS.
5 for 5. Oh my god.
Oh my god!
Me too, actually. This is kind of weird.
We should just get the games we have played. But so I honestly I have not seen. I've heard of the game. I just heard about the game recently, like 2 weeks ago. I haven't seen any gameplay of it. I've never seen it before in my life. I have no idea how the mechanics work, so I can't say anything.
Steve.
Ironic that we had to do this today because I'm actually hopefully getting the game tomorrow, so.
Because we're recording this on Christmas Eve.
Oh my god! Because we're gamers. We don't spend Christmas Eve with our families. We spend it with each other doing videos.
Hashtag nerd life.
Yep.
Tweet that at me and I'll get yourself a free 3D. Wait, you know what? Never mind. Screw that.
No,
You heard
continue.
that, guys? If you tweet at Alex the Indian, he'll give you a free 3DS. Scout's
Yes.
Limited edition Pokemon 3DS XL
honor. Where's you
No.
gonna get that?
that you can't get in stores anymore.
Oh, damn it. Anyway,
It's like this bank.
I actually have something to say about Mario Party.
Okay.
Okay. I'll say it in 2 words. Don't. Actually, no, it's 3 words. Never mind. Don't buy it. That was awkward. No one's talking.
Why?
That makes me feel good about getting it tomorrow.
That's what I was
Anyway.
thinking.
Well, okay, I do want to say something. As an avid player of the Mario Party series, I heard it is bad, but I'm honestly looking forward to it. If for no other reason, just to have fun with it.
I've heard the 4-player play when you do multiplayer, it's really, really slow. Like frame rate is horrible, I've heard. Which makes sense considering it's the 3DS. Like we've said, it has limitations, so can't really expect perfection out of it. Like once they come out with the Mario Party game for Wii U, I think that's gonna be pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, next
The
game.
only place you can expect perfection is Chuck Norris and Chuck Norris's wife, Alex's Pangoro, who he nicknamed Mrs. Norris. That's the best thing
Yes,
ever.
I
You
thought
know
that
it.
was good.
You know that's the best name ever.
Yes.
I told you that yesterday.
All
The
right.
funniest thing is
Okay, okay.
Pangoro hasn't been useful for the past 2 battles he was in.
Shut up. You don't, Steve. I lost for all right. You know what? Anyway, we're getting off topic.
Yeah, I'll say this later. Anyway, go on.
All right. Our next game will be a classic JRPG, Shin Megami Tensei 4.
Oh my god, a game I actually played in this list.
6 for
Me
6.
too.
Oh,
I played the game.
so have I.
I actually own the game, so haha.
Yeah, I'm guessing I probably have the most to say about this because I'm probably farther than you.
All right, I'll make mine brief. It's a good game. It's really really tough. It's also really cool because it has like that Pokemon aspect of like catching monsters and fusing them and stuff, which is pretty cool. If you've never played a game before in the series, I think you should buy it. I've never played a game before, so I bought it to try it out, and I like it so far. I have not beaten it just because it is that hard, and it's actually pretty long, but
Just
it's
like this dog.
just shut up.
Uh,
But
well,
yeah, that's all I gotta say, Steve.
well, I actually haven't beaten it yet, so yeah, it is a really long game. It's definitely really difficult. If for those of you who played games in the Persona series, it's got the same aspect as that, where you fuse demons to make stronger ones. So if you like that aspect, definitely get this game. It's really good from what I played so far, but it, as Alex said, and I already said too, it's really difficult. So get it if you're up for the challenge. I think it's a really good game.
Yeah, we should mention there is like a setting where you can make the game easier, even though that still doesn't really help too much. But yeah,
I haven't done that yet, honestly.
yeah,
I'd rather
me neither. Me
I'd
neither.
rather reset. I don't want it to be easy.
All right, now we are down to the 5 best games for 3DS this year, which we're gonna start with in no particular order. Let's see, blah 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 blah. Let's do Animal Crossing New Leaf.
7 for 7.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And the best part is this is his video.
It's going up on your channel, damn it.
I haven't played any of the games. We have 4 more and I still haven't played any of them.
Here, we'll just take a quick break. You go out and play all those games.
All right.
It
Steve,
Should
you
only
wanna
take
go?
10 minutes. Okay, I'll go. Anyway, to be completely honest, this is the first game in the Animal Crossing series I've really gotten into. I played the original GameCube one at a friend's house once, but that's it. And I really like it, honestly. It's an addicting series. It's just something to get away from the norm of games where it's just, instead of violence and killing stuff, you're kind of just enjoying your town and everything and building it. So it's definitely a fun, casual game. And it's for people who like to collect everything in games too, because it has a medal system and everything, like achievements. So it's for a wide variety of players, I think. It's really good. So try it out.
Yeah, I would have to agree pretty much for the most part with Steve. I mean, it's a quite an addicting game. It's also really good. It's my first Animal Crossing game that I've played, and I gotta say it is really good. The my only complaint with the game is that it's a real life based system, like the game, like you live in the game, like tomorrow, like we're recording this on Christmas Eve. Tomorrow when you play, if you play Animal Crossing, it will act like it is Christmas in the game. So like there are certain things that you would miss in the game because of the certain, like Thanksgiving there was probably something, Halloween there's stuff. So like and it's a game where like you have to play it pretty much every single day for a good amount of time in order to truly enjoy everything the game offers, which granted is a good thing because there's just so much the game really does offer. So like again, it's for the casual gamers. There's nothing hardcore about it. I mean, unless planting fruits is hardcore nowadays, but you know.
Yeah, it
um,
depends on what kind of person you are.
yeah, so like it is a lot of fun. I have enjoyed it. I haven't played it for a couple months though because of these games coming up on the list. But if you have a 3DS and you don't own Animal Crossing, Hakeem, like you should definitely get the game.
The one thing I
Yeah.
have to say about it is that it was really well received, and like I kind of wanted it at first, and then I got on Twitter, and oh my god,
Yeah,
oh
yeah,
my
that's
god,
the only thing people would tweet for like a very long time.
for
Like,
Yeah.
until X and Y came out, Animal Crossing was everyone's life.
It really
Yeah.
was.
I've seen people put in hundreds of hours into that game. Like it's crazy.
And, like I was like, I can understand you liking the game and everything, but for it to be the only thing that anyone ever talked about for so long was kind of got tiresome. But that's just me ranting about like Twitter irks.
Yeah, yeah, I hear you. Anyway,
Yeah.
is that
Before
it?
we split away from this, I have to say one thing to Alex. Alex,
What?
you probably got 200 weeds in your town.
Oh, I probably do. I've
Okay.
actually. All right. Anyway, next
Yeah.
game we're gonna do is let's see, Luigi's Mansion: Dark Moon.
I love Luigi's Mansion.
Have you
It,
played this one, Hakeem?
crap, 8 for 8.
Damn it.
Ugh.
So, speaking of Dark Moon in Luigi's Mansion, um, I have a post. I got a poster for one actually, but I still haven't played it, and I really would like to, but like I don't really know about the game. Like I didn't hear that much about it. Like everyone was like, "This game is fun," and then they were like I beat it in like 2 days, and then it was done with that forever, and I didn't hear about
Mhm.
it again.
Yeah, I would agree. I mean, like the one thing about this game, I think granted, I still haven't beaten it, but like it is pretty short. Like you can beat the game probably within, I'd say maybe less than 20 hours.
I mean,
So it's a
Luigi's
pretty,
Mansion was really short. Luigi's Mansion, I the world record is under 3 hours,
yeah. Am I stretching it by saying you can beat the game in 20 hours, Steve?
probably.
A little bit, I'd say so.
Yeah, maybe
Unless
maybe
you
like 15.
unless you spend a lot of time on multiplayer mode,
Yeah, multiplayer is
which
really fun. That's one thing about this
multiplayers.
game. Multiplayer is definitely, if you don't even want to play the story for whatever reason, multiplayer is definitely worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, overall, it's a pretty good game. I mean, Luigi Mansion games aren't really known for the plot, really. Like, I guess towards the end it does, but like, it's really more about gameplay. And like this game, it does have a lot of neat puzzles, a lot of neat tricks and stuff, a lot of neat mechanics. So, I mean, for that reason, it definitely deserves to be one of the top games for 3DS this year, no doubt.
Okay, I actually have a little story to tell. When I first got my own copy of Luigi's Mansion, the original one, what happened that day? I went to three different game stores to get it, got it, beat it that day, and still went over to my friend's house for like 7 hours that day. It's that short.
Well, that has nothing to do with the 3DS version.
I know. I was just saying as a comparison for how short it was.
Oh
Plus,
yeah,
I- plus, I just wanted to tell my story.
yeah.
Anyway, moving on. I guess before
Yeah.
we do, actually, wait. Before we do move on, the moon's a little too dark for me.
What?
Never mind. just
I
just
didn't
go
hear.
on.
All
Just go
right.
on.
Anyway,
Just go on.
we're gonna ignore that, and we're gonna go
You
to
you always have to say something stupid.
we're gonna no. Hold on.
Okay.
Hakeem, your streak has been broken. Cause next we're gonna talk about Pokemon X and Pokemon Y.
Okay, so
We're gonna
Looks like
let you take this one.
looks like
nine
I'm
for
back on the train
10.
of games I haven't played.
9 for 10. I have both versions of the game, but I haven't
Oh.
played Y.
Mhm.
So, but I have played X. So technically, I played one of the games in this video so far. Even though we're only like how far in are we? Let's see.
We're
Ouch.
19 minutes in or so.
We're
Like
19
8.
minutes in. I haven't played one of these games yet, but finally we're here. X and
Yes.
Y. Oh my gosh, man! Like everyone was like, "Oh, Generation 6 isn't gonna be all that good," and then like actually like well, people who like the typical people who are like it's cool to hate on Pokemon like didn't were like, "Oh, fairy types, it's so lame. They ran out of ideas." And to this day, I still say you're silly. How could they run out of ideas? If they were gonna run out of ideas, that would have happened in Generation 1 because. Like, when you think about it, they say that either Pokemon are too cartoonish, and then you look at things like Dragonite, and you're like, "Are you serious?" And then
Mhm.
they're based off real life objects too often, and then you look in Generation 1, you're like, "What? But Magnemite."
And
Yeah.
then they're
There-
like, "Oh, Garbodor," and then I'm like, "Oh, Muck."
I can actually explain this if you want. The reason why people like I guess quote hate like Pokemon like Garbodor or like Vanillux and stuff like that. The reason or like even some Pokemon in the X and Y, like I can think of Klefki. People really didn't like that design initially. Um, Stuff like that, right? The reason people don't like that is because as humans, we're attached to more animate objects. So like animals and stuff like that, plants, we can relate to that more because they're real life, right? They actually exist and live. But like stuff like keys and trash, we don't like because they're inanimate. You know what I'm saying, trying to say.
Yeah.
So like that's why people initially are against stuff like that. But you just got to grow with it. I mean, X and Y have already been out for at least 2-3 months at this point. So like I think people have gotten used to it. And heck, Klefki's actually really good and competitive. So
Yeah, I mean, like it's funny because I didn't think I was gonna like Klefki, but like, well, I mean, I didn't. Well, at the time I didn't know anything about Klefki. I'd never seen it before, never heard of it, and I found one in the wild, and my first reaction was laughter, and I was like, this one's a keeper.
Wait, is this whole video about
I get it. It's a keeper.
Shut up. All right, we should probably actually talk about the game instead
Yeah,
of
got
Lefty.
that.
All right, so the game did really well, and it still like went away from Animal Crossing, pretty
Yep.
much. And
Wait, can I say something?
sure.
What?
But Alex,
What?
Klefki is the key to understanding this game.
No, it's not.
Oh God,
Talk about
coupons.
the
Anyway,
game.
okay, let's go.
Jeez, you put a lock on it.
Ah, stop. Am I the only one that's not laughing?
Yes.
Hello.
Hello.
Stop. All right, Hakeem, give me your thoughts on the game overall.
10 out of 10, really good. Kind of short. Story should have been more present throughout the entire game instead of just like for that one section in the middle.
Yeah.
But still a good story. Might even wouldn't quite compare to Black and White, which I would give a 10 out of 10. And this I give an 8 out of 10. Really like the plot twist, and yeah, overall good game. New better system work better. Like really love fairy types and everything. So yeah, it's a pretty good game.
Steve, you can go next.
I'd like to start by saying I haven't played either of them. Just kidding. I have like 100.
Oh, what a dude.
I have like 130 hours into Y. Haven't touched X yet though. Anyway, this game is definitely easily one of the best. I love the Pokemon series. I love what they did with X and Y. The Pokemon are really cool. It really Fairy type kind of fixes up the Dragon type break, but now they're kind of the new broken thing. About that. Anyway, it's definitely a great game. Pick it up now. Why are you still at this video? Go get it.
Tony Christmas Eve.
I guess I'll go next. X and Y, in my opinion, they are the best Pokemon games in the series.
Amen.
However, it's because of one reason only. It's because of the gameplay mechanics. I feel like this game, out of any Pokemon game they've created, is pretty much the best you could get in a Pokemon game, mechanics-wise. Like, everything balances out really well. They've made competitive battling so much easier with IVs and EVs especially. They made that so much easier. They really tried to make it easy for the player instead of previous generations when you got to do this, you got to do that. And you're like, now it's a lot easier. You can get a full team out in like a day, honestly. But I mean, who's got time for that? But like, storyline, I want to say that it's the second best in the game behind Black and White. Like Hakeem said, I think that Black and White was really prominent with the story throughout the entire, like the very like the first thing you hit into the first major town of the game is about story. So like in Black and White, and in this game, they really don't start the story until like once you get to Lumio City. That's around like the second, third gym. So like they really don't emphasis on this. There's not a lot of emphasis on the story, but eventually later on in the game, it does get really good. I'm just gonna say right now, this is spoilers. So the fact that they used sort of like a nuclear missile war kind of theme for like the plot, I guess, of the game, I thought was actually really, really cool. I feel like the only thing is I feel like the character of what's the bad guy's name?
Trainer.
Liarsdale.
Yeah, him,
Lysander?
right? I feel like, yeah, he was. I don't feel like he was really complete as a character, because like in Black and White, N was a complete character. Like you really understood where he came from. But I feel like Lysander or whatever his name is, he wasn't. He just came out that one way, and like you didn't really get a full story and knowledge.
Yeah, I guess
behind it.
they should have like included more backstory on him and why he had this whole dream of creating this new world without Pokemon. Like
Yeah.
his dream wasn't to rule the world; it was to get rid of Pokemon so they wouldn't be abused. Like it was kind of like poetic justice, but there
Yeah.
was no like reason behind his goal.
They might actually, like, when the new Pokemon games come out this generation, they might actually touch on that. Maybe it'll be like a prologue kind of thing, maybe. Or whatever the hell it is, you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, I mean, X and Y definitely are, it's obviously a must own for a 3DS owner. You definitely should get it. Fairy type, yeah, I like it, honestly. It works pretty well. It fills the voids. Even though, Steve, you did mention they're like OP now. No, ghost types are OP now.
That's
Really?
true
Just
too.
saying.
That's true.
Yeah.
And even steel types, because well, actually no, not steel types. I want to say dark types. Anyway, X and Y are really really good games.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's it. Anyone else? Anything to say?
Uh oh. Okay. Well, I kind of wish it had a sort of battle frontier system like third and fourth gen did
Mm,
to kind of have different ways of battling in the after story. Because that's what really got me into like Gen 3 was the Battle Frontier in Pokemon Emerald. But
Yeah.
I still think, even in my opinion, as a Gen 3er, X and Y like they just walked right over it.
Yeah. Until X and Y Gen 3 was my like home was my favorite. But another thing I have to touch on is the after game was really short and it was okay. Like it wasn't bad,
I
but
feel like the after game was it was like on to the point where it was like, oh yeah, you're done the game. Oh, good for you. Go into competitive Pokemon battling. Like that's literally what it was
like
for
there
me,
was
at
really
least.
nothing to do after you beat the
Exactly.
game.
I mean, there were those looker chapters or whatever,
Yeah,
but like
that's what
even
I'm
that was,
talking about.
yeah, even that one I thought was short. So
Like it was kind of cool. Just talked about like a home, you just like help out a homeless girl. Like ultimately, you don't really get anything out of it.
mhm.
Like there's nothing
Okay.
special you get from it.
Okay, we've been on Pokemon for like almost 10 minutes now, so I think it's time we move on.
Oh,
Okay,
okay. Are you surprised though?
No, I kind of expected it.
been
All
waiting for
right.
this.
Next, we're down to our final two games. I'm gonna go for our next topic. We're gonna talk about, in my opinion, the best game on 3DS, Fire Emblem Awakening.
Dang it, 10 for 11.
All right, well now I'm kind of angry. You need to try this game out. But anyway,
I think it's still his video.
yeah. Hakeem, do you have anything to say?
No.
No.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think maybe me and Alex should take this one.
Do you want to go first?
I think you should because I was going to talk about a bit of the series into it.
Okay.
So,
All right. Yeah, that's fine. So for me, I never played a Fire Emblem game before. I decided to try out Awakening for the first time, and boy, am I glad I did. Like I said just a moment ago, I do think Fire Emblem Awakening is the best 3DS game on the console. I feel like there's something about Fire Emblem Awakening that you don't get with games nowadays. Like it's a traditional JRPG and it has those traditional RPG elements in it, but I feel like Fire Emblem really mixed it up, yet it still stayed classic and good, and that's why I feel like it's such an amazing game. I mean, the characters, you bond with the characters like immediately. You just get attached. Like for me, what's his name? Vake, I believe, Vaike, whatever his name is.
yeah, I know who you mean.
He was a cool character. I mean, all the characters in the game were really cool. The gameplay itself was fantastic. And then I think easily the best, well, and then I should mention the visuals for this game are really good. It's also one of the few games on 3DS where the 3D actually is like, you want the 3D because it looks that damn good. And then easily the biggest part about this game is the story and the plot. Like, it's really good. I'm not going to spoil it at all because it's pretty. Any talk about about the story for this game would ruin just a little bit of it. So like I'm just gonna say the game forces you to make decisions that have input into the game later, and I feel it's seriously I'm at a loss for words. Like Fire Emblem Awakening is that damn good. Like easy 10 out of 10 for me, and the music's really good too. So yeah, that's all I gotta say.
Okay, I want to talk more about the mechanics of the game in
Okay.
relation to other games in the series because this is something that stuck out. It as me as someone who's played the series as opposed to Alex, who's someone who just started with this game. Because as anyone who's played other games in the series know, there's a lot of different aspects. Like Alex didn't know, for example, that in other games, if a character died, they were
I knew
dead for the
this.
rest
I
of the game.
knew that. I'm glad that they had a different option for this game.
Well, I guess that's true for new players, but for me, that kind of was like, yeah, I'm never gonna do that. Oh, there goes my timer. Anyway.
Oh, that mine went off too.
Mine went off too.
Oh well, we can keep going. Who cares?
All right, yeah,
Anyway,
keep going.
where was I again? Anyway, okay. Well, as someone who's always been used to that urgency of making sure your characters are safe, I can't play on the other mode. I have to play on classic. So that's one thing that stuck out. And another thing is, which is definitely a huge improvement in Awakening, is that you have an unlimited amount of support conversations with any characters. In other Fire Emblem games, you can only have 5 conversations per character per file, which was honestly a pain in the ass, I think. I'm so glad they changed that. Overall, I definitely agree with Alex. It's definitely a 10 out of 10 game, and this is coming from someone who's played the series, like I said. Nothing against Alex. Okay,
No, no.
everything. Okay,
Okay.
everything against Alex.
No, shut up.
Okay. Anyway, that's all I have to say. It's definitely a great game.
Yeah, definitely 10 out of 10. If you, well, this is obviously going up after Christmas, but if you still can get a gift somehow, ask for Fire Emblem Awakening. It's that good. And then say Alex told you to buy it. You get 10% off.
Tell him
Yeah.
Alex sent you.
And if you don't, and if you
10%
don't
off
like it,
guarantee, and if you don't get 10% off, he'll pay for it for you.
I don't know about that.
and if you don't like the game, and if you don't like the game, and you want to go beat up Alex, you can go visit him at insert address here
No, no, no,
and beat him
no,
up.
no, no, no. Apartment bleep, street bleep.
Okay.
Oh, that's a college
You know-
Steven Vlog reference.
You know he lives in an apartment.
Anyway, anything else you want to say about Awakening?
I got nothing to say.
All right. Again, like I said, in my opinion, the best game on 3DS. However, dun dun dun, our final game we're going to discuss about, which most people I think would agree that it is the best game on 3DS, even though I think it's the number 2. A Legend of Zelda: A Link Between Worlds.
11 out of 12.
Ugh,
And
Maybe-
this is his video.
what a disappointment. You came for Brave Blast. Too bad.
Hey man, I played a lot of games this year, just not 3DS games.
Just not games that you're going to talk about on your channel. Okay, let's get into this.
Steve, I think you should go first, since considering you've played the game.
Have you played it all? I'm just asking.
I've played the game. I don't own the game yet, but I did ask for it for Christmas, so maybe by the time this video come out, I could talk. I don't know.
Talk, but then the video will already be out.
Anyway,
Okay.
go ahead.
Okay, I probably have the most to say about this. Link Between Worlds, I honestly, Alex is going to go against me, but I do think it's better than Fire Emblem. Because, yeah, I know it. Anyway, it's got definitely great mechanics. The use of going into the wall. In the dungeons, it's used in such creative ways that you would never think that you'd need them there, and it's just so cool. I got the game the day it came out, and I had it 100%ed within 5 days. So, yeah. It was a game. Thanks for that, Alex.
No problem.
It was a game that just kept me hooked the entire time. I'm like, oh, I have free time. I'm gonna play Link Between Worlds. Okay, gotta do some homework. Done my homework. Link Between Worlds. Okay, so yeah, that's like, it's an amazing game overall. The mechanics are great. It's definitely something that 2D Zelda fans and 3D Zelda fans alike would definitely enjoy, as it takes some aspects from both. Mostly 2D, of course, because for obvious reasons. But now that they've kind of made advancements since the the last 2D game before Link Between Worlds, they kind of put some of those aspects in. You're not really going to get it unless you play it yourself, so that's all I have to say about it. Amazing game, another 10 out of 10. Get it instead of Fire Emblem. Don't listen to Alex, listen to Steve!
No. All right, I'm gonna go next. I'm gonna say this: if you don't already own Link Between Worlds, you definitely should get it. I would give it I will give it a 10 out of 10 because I know it's that good. I've read a lot of reviews. I've heard from people who have played it. I've pretty much, if you own a 3DS, this is the game. If you don't have a 3DS, get it for this game. Like, it's that good. I don't think it's better than Fire Emblem Awakening, but I have not played it yet. But, I mean, still, I think it's fair to say, I mean, I'm giving it the number 2 best game on 3DS in my opinion. And, like, I haven't even played it. So, like, I think there's a fair chance it could be better. I don't know, though. I still think Fire Emblem Awakening is better. But, I mean, Link Between Worlds, the mechanics, I heard, it's the fact that the game gives you complete freedom. Like, you can get this item now or later, or you can rent it now or later. You can do this game here or there. You can go to this dungeon whenever you want. Like, the fact that the game gives you so much freedom to do whatever you want, whenever you want, at your own pace, like, that is what people have wanted in a Zelda game for a long time. I actually read, I think it was Game Informer, they rank Link Between Worlds the 4th greatest Zelda game of all time. Granted, it's only number 4 on the list, but, I mean, when you've got, like, freaking Link to the Past and Ocarina of Time ahead of you, But Link Between Worlds actually beat Skyward Sword, I think, on Metacritic. So yeah, I mean, and we know Skyward Sword, Mr. Hakim was a good game. So
Yeah. Speaking of Skyward Sword, actually, Link Between Worlds actually has a hero mode you can play through where the enemies do twice as much damage, just like Skyward Sword. And also, speaking of Skyward Sword, Hakim's Let's Playing it, so go watch it right now.
oh, free plugin.
He hasn't finished Let's Playing it. It's been over a year. I need to get on
It
that.
has.
It's such a long game, though, to be fair.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's pretty much it for Link Between Worlds. Hakeem, do you have anything you want to say about
10 out of 10 on GameSpot.
it?
Best game of the year.
All right, well,
GameSpot.
I guess that's pretty much it.
So that's
Okay.
yeah, that's pretty much it. If you want to say anything else to say.
Well, if this video taught you guys one thing, when you're in that game store and you're about to pick up that Vita, put it down, get a 3DS.
And now we're gonna do the part of the best Vita games of the year.
Okay,
Wait, there weren't any on the list? Oh well.
Actually, there is one. Persona 4 Golden, man. The only reason I want a Vita, but it's not worth buying a system for one game.
Yeah.
I would argue that Rayman Origins and Legends would be worth getting a Vita for, though.
Well,
Yo.
I'm more talking about games exclusive to the Vita, I guess, because I'd rather get Rayman Legends for Wii U. So
Yeah, which I actually
I'm
own.
getting tomorrow.
And he's getting tomorrow, and I own. So yeah, that's the Vita section of the video. Hope you enjoyed.
Alright, everyone. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you, Steve and Alex, for being here and talking about these games with me, except I haven't played most of them, so I couldn't really offer much.
glad to be here.
No problem.
Other than that, that's pretty much it. So, thank you guys, and we'll see you guys next time. Wait, actually, wait.
What?
I just thought of this.
What?
We should do one of these when there's a Nintendo Direct announcing new games.
Wait, what?
Like whenever Nintendo Direct announces
Wait,
new
is the
games.
video over?
No.
Oh, hi everyone!
We're back.
Everyone in the comments, leave your thoughts on what we should do. Would you like to see these ever Nintendo Direct?
Oh, that'd actually be a cool idea. If anyone actually sticked around to watch the whole video, if you want us to do like these sort of like podcast kind of things, like on like Nintendo Directs and stuff, like leave a comment, leave a like, do the subscribe shibbly, you know. So
And we shall do it.
and we'll do it if you know what I mean. No, like that. Never mind.
Ew.
Stop. End the video.
Okay, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!
Bye.
My body's Reggie.